jerk of her hot sandwich and a mug of tea. A familiar station wagon, lights on in the dark, pulled up outside and disgorged its teen passenger. Moments later, a red-cheeked Georgia blowing on her cold hands joined her behind the counter. The youngest of the hospitality staff, she worked this one midweek opening and one weekend shift. "Hey, kiddo, you catching the school bus at 8? "Yeah," she groaned, making herself the usual hot chocolate. Always unenthusiastic at the prospect of school, Holly grinned. "Almost holidays, then one more term and you're done." George's expression cheered up at the thought. After finishing high school, none too soon, everyone knew, the girl planned on taking a gap year with jobs already lined up as crew on private yachts up north in Queensland's tropical waters, at least for the summer. If it ever arrived, Holly privately sighed, always anxious for the dark days of winter to end. For the next hour, the girls worked alongside each other making sandwiches and salad rolls, filling the pie warmer with hot snacks, checking and restocking bag and takeaway supplies, filling the hot water urns and firing up the barista machine. Gracie breezed in from her back office, red-rimmed glasses perched on her nose, for one last sweeping glance of all tables and cleaning before opening at 6. "Looking good, ladies. If you're all set, are we good to go?" Holly gave a thumbs up, Georgia nodded, and Gracie opened up. From the first day she had worked here, Holly's gaze continually flashed to the front doors as customers both arrived and left. As her workload allowed, she scanned indoors, then stared out the front windows at busloads of passengers, long-haul trucks and vehicles refueling, always interested in their drivers and occupants. It had started out as an instinct, watching for middle-aged women with red hair, always hoping. Over time, her reaction had become an ingrained habit, and while she remained alert, her heart no longer jumped in shock if a resemblance caught her attention. But the instant realization still hit hard when the person always turned out to be a stranger. Although it always felt cruel waking so early, especially in winter, the breakfast and morning rush always passed quickly. George's short shift ended and she was immediately replaced by farmer's wife Alice, having brought her own children to catch the bus too, then working over the lunch hour and early afternoon until the kids all returned from school. Holly took breaks whenever customers eased, since she was on duty all day, then joined the other part-time regular, Sophie. With the Roadhouse workforce all being locals and friends, everyone knew their families, remaining flexible about shifts and hours. Keeping a keen eye on proceedings and movements from her CCTV monitors in the office, Gracie floated in and out helping when and where needed, warmly greeting locals and regulars, pausing at tables to chat, always a smile and interest in all travellers who made the stop along a country highway. Despite their own troubles, Holly and her co-workers soon learned to be patient listeners and unofficial counsellors to everyone from colourful characters, grey nomads and weary truckies, and first responders in emergencies, which had brought Holly here in the first place. It was late in the day when dusty local prospector Benny Wade made a rare appearance and ambled into the Roadhouse. Being a solitary old figure and infrequent customer, his presence was therefore unusual and created attention. Holly was busy taking a family order, only half aware of Benny's conversation with Sophie. Something about a mobile phone didn't seem particularly unusual. People were always handing in lost property. Sophie disappeared out back and returned with Gracie. When Holly finished serving, she caught Gracie's glimpse of concern in her direction. Frowning, Holly moved closer. "Did you want me?" Glancing toward Benny and what lay on the counter, she noticed a grubby mobile phone. Its condition didn't cause Holly's heart to lurch, but, although damaged, the recognizable cover certainly did. This was not a possession someone